A Matlab M file is a script that we can use as the start of our computer program. This is where we're going to be writing out and executing multiple commands together. This script is also a file that can be saved to our computer and recalled at a later point in time. This way, we don't have to type out all these commands over and over and over again whenever we want to execute it. We can just load up the M file and run it again. Because we're going to be working with multiple commands, it will be essential for a programmer to understand the order in which all these commands are going to be executed running inside of a script. So let's take a closer look at writing our first Matlab M file. When we open Matlab, we see the main window or graphical user interface. Here in the center is the command window. Off to the right is the workspace, and on the left is the current folder. We've seen before that we can type out and execute individual commands right from within the command window. What we're going to look at next is how we can create a script or an M file where we can type out multiple commands, save them, and execute it together. One way to create a script is to go up to the top left of the interface and click on this button that says New Script. There's also a keyboard shortcut, Command N, on the Mac operating system. When you click this button, it will open a new window called the editor that will display the contents of our script. Before I go any further, I want to show you an option you have as a programmer that you can undock this window and put it in a separate window. This is just a matter of personal preference. I'm going to go ahead and redock the editor. If you're a person that uses multiple screens for your computer, that might be something you'd like to do. Next, let's get back to writing our first script. So here we can type out commands just like we did before. As an example, I'll put in a simple command. A gets assigned the value of 5 plus 3. For now, I'm going to leave off the semicolon so that we can see the result of this command. The next thing I'm going to do is save this. So I'm going to go up to this button here and click Save. As of right now, we've created a script called Untitled 7. What I'm going to do is give it a name. You can give it whatever name you would like. I'm going to call this Simple Script. Then click Save. After we do this, we can see that the name of this script is displayed here at the top, and over here in the current folder, there's a new file that's been created called Simple Script. The next thing I can do is run or execute this entire script. As of right now, we just have one command. So I'll click this button here at the top that says Run and see what happens. Down here in the command window, it says that we have executed this entire script. The name of the script is displayed here, and then the result of anything that's happened within the script. So we have A gets assigned the value of 8. So I showed you before how you can click on this button as one way to execute the script. There's also a keyboard command you can use here, or another option is to actually type out in the command window, Simple Script. Execute it again. We see the result is A gets assigned 8. What I'm going to do here is clear off the command window. Next, let's look at putting multiple commands within the same script and see what happens. Here, I'm going to press Return and go down to some new lines. One thing to know about in a script is that if we have a blank line, that's perfectly fine. It will just be ignored when we run the script. So now I can put in B gets assigned A plus 1. Leave off the semicolon so we can see how this all gets executed. Again, click here up at the top at Run and watch what happens. So down here in the command window, we see that we have executed this script. A gets assigned the value of 8 and B gets assigned the value of 9. Let me pull up this command window so we can see more when I write even more commands. So now I'll go down here, put in C gets assigned A times B. Again, just a matter of adding in however many commands you like. This is the process of creating a full script. One thing that I'll do is put in here at the top, perfectly acceptable thing to do is to put in CLC. So this is going to clear off our command window each time you run the script. Okay, if I'd like, I could go in here, change the value of A, and watch that each time it gets executed. One thing that's important for you to understand as a programmer is the order in which things are executed in a script. Generally speaking, it's going to be from top to bottom or also left to right. As an example, let me go ahead and pull up this and put it up above. So now we have B gets assigned the value A plus 1, and then A gets assigned 5 plus 4. First thing I need to do here is clear out all my variables. So now I don't have anything in my workspace. Now when I execute this script or run it, see that we have an undefined variable A. And that's because in our script, it gets executed from top to bottom. And when we go to use the variable A, it hasn't been created yet. So that's an important thing to keep in mind. Additionally, if we like, we could put multiple commands on the same line. This would be an example where we have B gets assigned A plus 1, then we have the semicolon, A gets assigned 5 plus 4. Again, if we're executing things from left to right, we have the issue that A has not yet been created. But if I were to rearrange these things, so now that we have A gets assigned the value of 5 plus 4, that's one command. On the same line, we have B gets assigned A plus 1, and so on. We'll see that this is perfectly acceptable. The script will run. So now I've showed you just the basics of putting in multiple commands in one script. Let me also show you a few things about using these files stored on your computer. As an example, I can close out of simple script. This file is still saved in my current folder. So if I like, I can click on it from within Matlab and open it back up, and it has saved all the commands we've done before. Additionally, I can go in and find this script on my computer's hard drive under the Documents, Matlab folder, and see that this simple script has been created. It's a Matlab file that can be opened and used over and over and over again. So those are some basic things about using scripts. It's a very essential thing about going a step further as a programmer, to not just execute individual commands, but getting to the point where we write a script or an entire computer program. This is going to open up all kinds of new options for us.